Good morning, students. So in the previous classes we have completed our second chapter, that is we have completed our chapter number 2, and now we were studying chapter number 3, that is separation of substances. So in the separation of substances we were learning about the methods of separation. So there were various methods. First of all, we have seen a question that why we need to separate the substance. So the reason we need to separate the substance to classify in their own groups or to make a group of a particular kind. Now we were seeing the various methods of separation. Out of those various methods, we have firstly seen the method which is called threshing. So what is a threshing? So whenever the crops are harvested from the fields, so the harvested crops comes out along with the stalks. So to remove the grains from the stalk or dried stem, the method through which the grains are separated from stalks or dry stem is called threshing. The process of removing or process of separating the harvested crops or grains from the stalk is known as threshing. Threshing is usually done in 3 ways, that is manual method, like we can see here. Threshing was first used by manual method, that the women used to beat the crops through the hand. Second, with the introductions of wheel and all, with the introduction of wheel, the another method came into development, that was the using animals. And now in present day, machines are used to remove grains from the stalk. Nowadays machines are used to remove the grains from the stalk, and those machines are called the threshers. Okay. Next, we have seen after threshing the grains may contain some impurities. Grain may contain some impurities of seed covering. The grains may contain some impurities or seed covering. These impurities are called chaff. Chaff are lighter in weight than the grains. So to remove grains from chaff, another method is used, the process through which grains that are heavier particles are separated from chaff that is lighter particle through the action of wind. The process of separation of chaff, that is lighter particles, from the grain that are heavy particles by the action of wind is called a winnowing. The process is known as a winnowing. The definition you can see from here. The method used to separate chaff, lighter particles, from the heavier particles or grain by the action of wind is called winnowing, as you can see in this the given diagram. Okay. This woman is applying this woman is pouring down the grains, and the heavier particles are falling down and the lighter particles are moving away. Next method, this was the manual method. Now the grains are removed by the chaff from the combine harvester. Now the grains are removed from the chaff through a machine called combine harvester, which combine harvester is used for harvesting, threshing and winnowing. Combine harvester is a machine which do all three things. That it harvests the crop, it threshes the crop, and it also helps in the winnowing. Next, we have seen this method, hand picking. This hand picking method is done in all of our homes. We can see this hand picking method is done in all of our homes. Whenever mama cooks dal or rice, what we have seen na, mama used to pick the stones and small impurities from the dal or rice. So the method in which grains are separated from smaller impurities like small pebbles and or the grams or all. So the process in which impurities are separated from the grains by picking the impurities with the help of hand, this method is referred to as hand picking. Or we can say hand picking is a method in which impurities are separated from the grains with the help of hands. Okay, so this method is particularly known as hand picking. Now another method which is also seen at our homes. The another method which is seen at our homes is a sieving. You see, everyone have seen this sieving. Whenever someone cook tea, someone prepare tea for us, or whenever mama used to remove the flour. Whenever mama used to make chapati, so she used to sieve the flour. What is a sieve? Sieve can be referred to as a small instrument in which smaller holes are made, in which only the fine particle or small particles are allowed to pass, and the bigger particles are remained above on the surface of the sieve. So sieve is a device which has smaller holes that allows the small particles to pass through it. What is the function of sieve? Sieve is used to separate the substances of different sizes. What is a sieve? Sieve is a device which is used to separate the substance of different sizes. You can also see sieve at home. You can see sieve at the construction site where the sand is used to be separated from the pebbles. Okay, next. So the method by which two substances are separated by passing the mixture through a sieve, the method by which two substances are separated by passing the mixture through a sieve is called a sieving. Sieving is also used to separate wheat bran from the wheat flour in the home. So wheat bran is removed from the wheat flour with the help of the sieve. Okay, next we were talking about another method, that is sedimentation. Sedimentation. So after separating the mixture from the pulses and rice by hand picking method, after separating the impurities from the grains by hand picking method, further smaller impurities like twigs and fine dust particles, sometimes the dust particles also comes in our food. So to remove these dust particles and impurities from our food, we put the food grains in a water. We put the food grains in a pan of water. So impurities like dust or twigs are separated through the water. Impurities like dust and twigs are separated through the water. So in this case, the heavier particles settle down. Heavier particles like grains settle down, and the impurities mix with the water and they rises up. So this process involves two methods. This process or this separation methods involves two methods, that is sedimentation and decantation. Now one by one we will see about each method, what is a sedimentation and what is a decantation. First we will see about what is a sedimentation and what are sediment. Okay, so whenever we dissolve the liquid in a solid, whenever we dissolve the solids in a liquid, the heavier particles settle down. The heavier particles settle down. So the process of settling down of heavier particles in the liquid, the process of settling down of the heavier particles in the liquid is known as the sedimentation. The process of separating insoluble substance which are heavier than the liquid by allowing them to settle down is called as sedimentation. And the solid particles that settle down during, so the particle which settle down during the sedimentation process, the solid particles that settle down during the sedimentation are called sediment. The process is known as sedimentation and the particles are known as sedimentation. Now what happens? After a few times, when we keep this water, we see, as we will see just down now, wait a minute. Now just we will see what happens. The grain particles settle down. So this method is known as sedimentation, and these will be called as sediments. These will be called as sediments. Now sometimes what happens, whenever the water is muddy and we keep it for some time, what we will see, after keeping the muddy water for some time, the mud settle down and the clear upper liquid remains up. Whenever we keep a muddy water for some time, we see that the muddy water or mud settle down in the downside surface of the water, and the clear upper liquid comes up. So this clear liquid, upper liquid, we pour into another container and the muddy water remains like this. Like this we can see the pure water we can take in another container and this mud remains in the previous container. So the clear upper liquid, once again I am repeating, the clear upper liquid that remains upside, that remain up. The clear upper liquid that remain upside of the mud is known as supernatant. The clear upper liquid is called known as supernatant, and the process of pouring the clear upper liquid into another container without disturbing this impurities, the process of pouring of clear upper liquid in another container without disturbing the impurities of the previous container, the process is known as decantation. The process of pouring out the clear upper liquid without disturbing sediments is called a decantation. The process of pouring out the clear upper liquid called supernatant. The clear upper liquid will be called as supernatant, and the process by which supernatant is taken into another container without disturbing the impurities of the previous container or the sediments is known as sedimentation. Okay, now next, filtration. So we all know what is a filtration, and we all have filters at our homes. Nowadays RO filters are available, है ना? So the process in which insoluble liquid are removed from the liquid is known as, by passing the mixture through a filtering device, is called a filtration. The process by which a mixture of insoluble liquid and a solid and liquid are separated by passing the mixture through a filtering device is called a filtration. The best example of this you can see at our home whenever mama prepare tea. So whenever mama prepare tea, so we see that tea leaves which are the tea leaves which are the insoluble impurities remain upon the surface of the filtering device, that is a sieve. The tea leaves remain on the sieve and the liquid comes down, so this is called filtration. The process in which the insoluble liquid remain upon on the strainer and the tea comes down or the liquid comes down is known as filtration. We can also see some more example at our homes. Whenever mama prepares the juices for us, we also see the filtering device by liquid like water filters at our homes. There is a condition for filtering device. The condition for filtering device is that the filtering device selected for the separations should have very small holes, should have very tiny holes, so that only the insoluble liquid can pass through it, and so that only the liquid can pass through it and solid may not pass from it. That is, if you are selecting a device of so your holes, like this is a strainers, so these holes must be very small, so only the liquid can pass through that and solid could not pass through that. We can see a special type of filtering device available near our homes or at our homes, which is called as a filter paper. We generally see filter paper available at our homes. Okay, next we will learn on later on.